Trump met with Republican senators yesterday, and he was a dickhead at the Jimmy Carter thing. And I would love to, let me look it up in a minute, but I'd love to play a couple of things from Jimmy Carter's funeral as well. But first, let's check in on this, Trump's meeting with Republican senators. This is pretty short, but obviously they're like, what's this Greenland, Canada tariff horse shit all about, really?
So, thank you very much. We had a great meeting. There's great unity. Whether it's one bill or two bill, it's going to get...
It's got some bill. There's great unity about whether it'll be 3 bills, maybe 7 bills, 5 bills. I just don't like standing next to Thune because he's so fucking tall. His head gets cut off by the frame like a son of a bitch. By the way, Trump is allegedly 6'3". Look at Thune. You want to see why? You want to see why Trump can't hate Thune but wants to? Look at that motherfucker. Jesus Christ. He could be Barron's dad. That's the season 2 shocker, the twist.
Done one way or the other. I think there's a lot of talk about two.
Sorry, I feel like, hold on. Back here. Where is it? Trump.
PP2.
Yeah, there you go.
TPP2. PP2.
There's definitely a lot of talk about 2.
And there's a lot of talk about 1, but it doesn't matter. The end result is the same.
No, it isn't. It's only the same. If you can get them both passed, stupid. If you get 1 passed, you get all of it passed. And if you get put it in 2, that means you can't get it passed all at once, which means you're going to have less of it in some of the bill. So, no, it's different. It does matter, you jerkweed.
We're going to get something done that's going to be reducing taxes and creating a lot of jobs and all of the other things that you know about.
Yeah, creating jobs and reducing taxes and all of the things that you know about, rounding up the Browns and kicking them out of the country and helping my rich friends buy more American real estate under the table, blah, blah, blah.
But this was a really unified meeting, and I want to thank John and everybody for...
Who's that on the far left? Yeah, Vance, right. Who the hell's that guy?
It was a great turnout. This was
It's a great turnout. We should have sold tickets. Shit. They had a bunch of senators in there. Some of them take up a lot more space than others.
Came here for the funeral tomorrow. We went over to Blair House. I went over with First Lady. Met the Carter family. They were lovely. They were really very sad, but also they were celebrating because he was a very fine man. I knew him a little bit, but
I knew him a little bit. He was going to help me with China, and I told him to go fuck himself. And then, in retrospect, probably was a little harsh.
I knew him only as a fine man. Then we came here. We had a meeting, but it was a really good meeting. Very strong.
Very strong, powerful meeting. There was a lot. It was loud but not desperate, and it was a very strong and powerful meeting between my ass and their mouths.
And we'll get something done. 1 bill, 2 bills doesn't matter to me. They're going to work that out, but the end result is going to be the same. So thank you.
Also, not if you can't get them both passed, and if you have to fuck me, if you have to divide the 1 bill up into 2 bills, there's a reason for that. It's because somebody in your party does not want to vote for the whole package, or you can't get enough votes for everything in it. So if you make it 2 bills, you're going to lose shit. That's why. That's why you have to cut. Fuck me. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah, because you just want to sign shit and go. Right.
Thank you all very much, and we'll see you have a big couple of days coming up, and then...
We'll see you have a couple of big days coming up, and then...
In a week and a half, we have, I think, some really tremendous things happening. We have...
What, the big brown people roundup, the Papers, Please force goes... gets their marching orders?
Have some really, I think it's going to set this country apart from all others.
Yeah, I don't know, that doesn't sound very good, though.
Do some great work. Any quick questions?
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about? If you have to split one bill into two, it means you're losing stuff, so it does make a difference. And secondarily, what? Here's my question. Hal Sparks, Mega Worldwide, the greatest live stream in the history of live streams. What? Fuck is wrong with you? What? What is that? What are you talking about? What is this? What is this? Why do you have your hands at your sides like a fucking toddler in a school play? Are you playing a fucking piece of okra in the nutrition play? And you're just like, I am a piece of, vegetation, What are you doing? You're a grown fucking man. Who gives a shit about the turnout at a funeral, you fuckwad? You weirdo? They were celebrating and they were sad. Okay, great.
Day one. You have gotten some significant pushback from people in Greenland and Panama with comments. Would you consider sending the U.S. troops in order to fly with
Yeah, I don't think we have pushback. Greenland is.
Oh my God! Stop with the fucking Greenland nonsense, people. It's not happening. You can't do it without an act of Congress. You're not going to declare war on fucking Greenland. You can't declare other countries' territory. He's not going to use the authorized use of military force left over to seize Greenland and in effect he'd have to declare Russia a terrorist state first, which would be fucking hilarious. Knock yourself out. I'm with you there. Shit, I'll bring you a pen. And then after you're done, you can put the cap on and shove it up your ass. But there's no way. Shut the fuck up. You're not buying Greenland from Denmark. It's not for sale. You're not going to seize Denmark because it's necessary for national security, because you'd have to declare war on Greenland, on Denmark to do it, or Greenland itself. You'd have to declare the force that you're protecting yourself against to be a state sponsor of terror at the very least. That would be Russia. Fuck you. And then, so understand, the press, knock it the fuck off. But these are, this is laser pointer shit, dummy.
Look at the people there. We got tremendous, we got applause as we landed yesterday. I had my representatives, my son.
It's Greenland. They applaud anytime a plane lands there. Like, oh shit, look at that. They did it. Sometimes they tip a wing when they're coming in. That was pretty good.
I'm Don, and representatives go there, and it was like a love fest. You know that?
Yeah, that's why he stayed overnight. Oh wait, he just turned around and came right the fuck back.
The Panama Canal, if they're taking advantage of it, they charge.
It's the other direction, fuckwad. It's the same overlapping questions, but I'm worried that maggots might actually think that the Panama Canal goes through Greenland at this point.
More for our ships than to do any other ships. They charge more for our Navy to go through. We built it. We gave it to them for $1. In other words, we gave it to them for nothing. The most expensive structure ever built in the history of our country, relatively speaking.
Relative to structures that aren't in our country? You mean of the structures that we participated in building that cut another country in half, that split a continent, it was the most expensive of all those. Of course, yeah. Per capita.
The most expensive, by far. We lost 38,000 people.
Nobody bothered to look for him. So sad.
They gave it to him for $1.
No, they didn't. It was a 100-year lease. We signed it back over. You guys take care of this. We don't need this shit.
And then they charge more for our ships. It's not going to happen.
No, they don't. You did everything last minute, asshole. And when our military goes through, unlike shipping container ships, okay, first of all, the Chinese military doesn't go through the fucking Panama Canal, okay? We don't have any Chinese military ships in the fucking Atlantic. They're all in the Pacific. And if they were going to come around to the Atlantic, they would go via the Middle East back up that way, because they would work with Africa and go that direction. So there's no reason for them to cut through the fucking Panama Canal. The Chinese military is not sending their fucking ships through the Panama Canal. They aren't sending submarines through there. If they're sneaking around anything, they would sneak around the bottom because they wouldn't want us to know they were coming. Like, why the ever-loving shit? We, however, We send the biggest possible warships through there. And when we send them last minute, everybody else has to hold until our shit goes through. And so they charge a lot of money for last minute things. If you want to stand in line, you can do that. But our ships are not going to sit there like sitting ducks waiting to go through. It's so fucking stupid. It's brutally stupid.
And then China's running the Panama Canal. That's not.
China's okay. And again, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Hold on. China's running the Panama Canal, is it? Hold on. Let me move this over here. And, oops, sorry. Almost moved my chat room. Can't have that happen. What he means probably is the, like the software and the service. China, hold on. China running Panama Canal. Yeah. As a Panama Canal chief dismisses. Here it is. This is the Panama Canal chief dismisses Trump's claims on China/fees because they're gibberish. Leaders reacted. Okay. Panama Canal Authority chief dismissed President-elect Trump's claims that China is controlling the trade route and criticized his comments about fees. Ricarte. That's nice. Ricarte. Vasquez Morales told Wall Street Journal that Trump's accusations that China's running the Panama Canal are unfounded. China has no involvement whatsoever in our operations. That's pretty unequivocal. Vasquez said there are no exceptions to the rules, and he cannot discriminate for China, the U.S., or anyone else. This will violate the neutrality treaty, international law, and it will lead to chaos. Trump has repeatedly brought up the idea of the U.S. gaining control of the Panama Canal. At a press conference, Trump refused to commit to not using military force to take control of the passageway. He's just talking out of his ass. He's an old fart rambling. Please, shut the fuck up about this. Stop it. Let him write a fucking order and have everybody go, no, that's illegal.
Not gonna happen.
Let him look like a dickhead and and the impotent prick that he is. Trump says that China's running the canal. That's who says it. Andy girl, that Trump. That's it. Everybody else is like, what the fuck are you talking about? Here's what he heard. He heard somebody say they go through there so much and they use it so much for shipping, they practically run the fucking thing. And he heard run the fucking thing, and when China runs it, and then just forgot all the other, like the word practically.
In California, Mr. President, during the pandemic, you often said that you didn't believe that you should bail out blue states that you believe were being mismanaged. Given your criticism of Governor Gavin Newsom, are you willing to work with him, and do you believe that federal aid should be provided to California for as long as it takes?
Well, it's very sad because I've been trying to get Gavin Newsom to allow water to come. You'd have tremendous water up there. They send it out to the Pacific because they're trying to protect a tiny little fish.
Okay, no, we're not. That's Northern California. That's one case, and it's not even applicable to this at all. This is, dude, that's hundreds of miles away. They don't have anywhere to trap. We have a reservoir now. We have two big ones, and well, a third actually. The big one with that's a little iffy. The LA reservoir. The dam on it is a little sketchy and needs repair. But like again, where are you going to put all this water and hold it? Yeah, once it's coming, where's it go, asshole? What are you gonna do? Turn fucking Temecula into a giant lake?
Which is in other areas, by the way.
Yes, Northern California.
Called a smelt. And for the sake of a smelt, they have no water. They had no water in the fire hydrants.
We didn't run out of water in the fucking fire hydrants because of fucking sardines, you weirdo. No. And, as they say, he who smelt it can't make a deal. I don't know. Jesus.
Today in Los Angeles was a terrible thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they could have put the fire out just with all the fish.
And we're going to get that done. It's going to finally be done. I got it done from the federal side, and he didn't want to sign it, but it's not going to happen again like that. There's no reason. Can you imagine? You have farmers that don't have any water in California. They have.
Yeah, that's up north. And by the way, they do have water. They just don't have all of it because we have enormous cities.
Plenty of water. They don't have a drought. They send it out to the Pacific.
We do have a drought. There's a drought. We don't just send it out to the Pacific.
And it's crazy. So what's happening in California is a true tragedy. I know those areas very well. I have many friends.
You know those areas?
Living in those houses. That is a true tragedy. Nobody ever thought. I mean, virtually Beverly Hills and areas around Beverly Hills are being decimated.
Yeah, so now you care.
The biggest homes, some of the
Yeah, you think he'd even comment if Compton was on fire?
most valuable homes in the world are just destroyed. I don't even know. You know, you talk about a tax base. If those people leave, you're going to lose
A tax base. Shut the fuck up.
half your tax base of California. This is a true tragedy, and it's
Well, the problem is we have to coat all of our rich people in asbestos. I tried to get it done, and everybody fought me on it, but we're gonna get it done. We're gonna take all the rich people that you have in there. We're gonna wrap them in. We're gonna give them all the fashion for all the awards show season this year is going to be those fire suits that they wear, the big silver ones that look like spacesuits, like Marty McFly wore.
a mistake of the governor, and you could say the administration. They don't have any water.
They have water.
They didn't have water in the fire hydrants.
They have water in the fire hydrants.
They don't have water. And
They have water.
yet they have, the water comes from, you know where? Up north. And it comes down at levels, they give millions and millions of barrels of
Liquid water.
gallons of water.
Barrels of gallons. Okay. Are they in gallon jugs in the barrels? Who does this? Probably the smelt. That's who does it. Yeah. It's a special kind of jug making smelt.
That they have, and they send it out into the Pacific. For the Pacific, it's like a drop, it's nothing. But for California, it would take care of the whole state.
Yeah, I agree. Let's flood Idaho. Fuck it. Let's just drown everyone in the western part of the state and in Idaho. Let's just, bore a giant hole through the ground into like the caves and stuff under Idaho and just fill it with water. Fuck them. Great idea.
So what's happened is a tragedy, and the governor has not done a good job. With that being said, I got along well with him. When he was governor, we worked together very well, and we would work together. I guess it looks like we're going to be the one having to rebuild it. But what happened there,
You're not going to have to rebuild it. What are you talking about? You think there's going to be federal contractors coming in there making houses, you asshole?
I don't think there's anything that I've ever seen quite like it. And the
Really? Really? Tell that to Hawaii, you dipshit.
insurance companies are going to have a big problem because you're talking about big, big dollars.
Some of them are so big they won't even fit in your mailbox.
Guidance Pardon Leash Change. What's your message for President Biden? He says he
Oh, I have no. I thought it was ridiculous that he did that, but we have more important things to talk about. Liz Cheney she lost in the Republican Party, as you know, in her state by the biggest margin in the history of a politician running for Congress.
Yeah, he has to say margin because the state barely the state basically needs a fucking mayor to run it, and it's got 2 senators.
She lost by like 42 points. Nobody's ever lost.
Yeah, 9 people. 42 points. One guy and his dog forgot to vote.
Like that. So
Fucking Wyoming. Jesus Christ. And what did it give us, ladies and gentlemen, if I may? What indeed did it give us? Hold on. Do we even know? Well, it gave you the greatest elected woman in the history of the great state. Hide your pets. Of Wyoming. I'm Harriet Hagman, the QAnon representative for the great state of Wyoming, where our state motto is, why not? Excuse me. So I beat Liz Cheney by 42 points, which is 12 people. I have 12 fingers. I'm holding them all up. Just some of them I have a tourniquet issue. Why?
I don't care about Liz Cheney. I care about these people.
President Trump, millions of deportations. What does day one need to look like for the Trump administration?
Number one, we're closing the border. It's going to be closed very strongly.
Yes, it's going to be very, like they're going to slam it shut. Like the Denzel Washington meme. Stomp. We're going to close the gate. I'm going to go down there personally and go, we're closed. What? The king's stinking son fired me. While you're at it, why don't you just pour me, give me a nice paper cut and pour lemon juice on it. We're closed.
It's going to be closed.
We're closed. God damn it.
And we're going to have to take people out that are criminals. We have people from jails, from...
Wait, I'm sorry, what? We have criminals here, and you're going to take them out? You're going to show them a nice time? You're going to give them dinner and a movie and a handy? Are you sending Boebert? God damn it. No wonder we have so much crime. You have Lauren Boebert taking these criminals out for a night on the town. What happens if one of them has already seen Beetlejuice? Then what?
All over the world and from mental institutions.
Can't stop saying it. Okay. Yeah, cool. Dude, I need to see like rows of people in fucking straitjackets for any of this to not be hilarious for the rest of your presidency.
And
both years.
You know, they're going to have to be removed, and it's one of the reasons I won the...
Yeah, what are you going to do? Lance them like a boil?
Election in a landslide. The people of this country don't...
You didn't win in a landslide. It wasn't a landslide. Simmer the fuck down.
Want murderers
Jen,
walking down their
Thank you, Jen. I'm doing my best.
farms or their streets or their cities.
There's farms or their streets or their cities. What? What was that? Hold on.
Don't want murderers walking down their farms or their...
Yes, they do. I mean, that's a honest to God. You know, I mean, hold on. I think we have footage at yeah, let's see. I think I have footage of what he's talking about. Yeah, where is it? Yeah. Hold on. Pause. There you go. Yeah, this is footage from what he's talking about. There. Yeah, that was live footage of the inside from inside Trump's head.
Their streets or their cities.
Yes, their farms, their streets, or their cities.
As you know, we had thousands of people that murdered other people that were in jail.
Well, it'd have to be a murderer, I guess. I don't know if you know this.
That were released into our country. Many of those people murdered more than one person. Many of them.
Yeah, like yeah, I remember the guy who killed more than one person. What was his name? I mean, there's a lot of them. You can't memorize them all. There's just too many. But the one you were mentioning before, the guy with the name of what was his name? Because he came from that country that just dumped him here, and they have like they show the bus ticket that they gave him, and then he got into the country, and then they show they caught him red-handing, killing 2 people because that's how he has to qualify to get on this list, and then he was put in jail and then released by the Biden administration. What was that guy's name? Jake, Sally Forth. That was his wife. Winston something Zeddemore. No. I don't know. We'll look it up. But I trust you. Lots of them. Sure.
about 42% supposedly.
That is an absolute statistical fact. About 42%. And let me tell you something. It's exactly, don't say about, it's exactly 42% of the undocumented murderers who you don't know who they are have killed more than one person. 42% to the fucking dot point, not 42.3, not 39.6, and we rounded the fuck up. Oh, yeah. Where did he get those numbers? Out of his asshole, Alexa, in our chat room. That's where he got these numbers. He pulled these numbers. He had I don't know, whoever was closest, Russell Brand, somebody grab a pair of chopsticks, round ends first, reach up in there and claw this number out of his butthole. It's still, of course, attached to the interior of his rectum like a carbuncle, so they read it and it snaps back inside. I mean, look, what can I say? Russell Brand is a pro.
We want them out of our country, and we're going to get a country back again, and we're going to...
A country? What one? We're going to get a country back? Which one? We're going to take back a country? What country did we lose? We got, what is it, Japan? Germany. I think he's going to regret having given up Germany. That's the next one. After World War II, we should have kept Germany for, at least keep the beer and the pretzels. We should have, if we're going to spend all these lives fighting them off, we keep the pretzels and Oktoberfest.
Be really governed by common sense. These are the principles of common sense. We're not going to...
Wouldn't common sense be based on commonly accepted values and ideas and details? I mean, you can't actually go, it's common sense that if there's a male dragon breathing fire on an elementary school, you punch him in the right testicle because it's the one closest to you, because if you get on the left side, that's his strong eyes. Common sense. Right? You can't have common sense when the details of the entire idea are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, I think is the technical phrase.
Be governed by stupid people. We're going to common sense. We're going to be respected all over the world again very soon.
God, can you imagine being one of these assholes? They all know they're smarter than he is. Anybody would. But they're all like, ugh, fuck me. I got less. I'm gonna have a harder time running for president than this shithead. God damn. The hell? Thank you, Richard Fleer. The eels need to take the forest before they can swim in the water. The eels need to work for water. We got to get, all the, who smelt the eels first. We will smite the smelt. And once the smelting smite is over, then we'll have plenty of water, too much water. And we will we'll be able to grow rice in the fields where they grow almonds in Southern California, because everything will be flooded. God damn. So brutally dumb.